And hello there, how are you? My name is Kenneth Collins and I'm here with Kadus Professional, taking over American Salon. Thank you so much for joining us while I talk to you about our amazing Kadus Professional hair color. Today I'm going to demonstrate an amazing technique called strobing. So as hairdressers, we pick and choose from different industries and facets of life and bring that into the salon, right? And so this is a fantastic example of doing that using stuff from makeup. In particular, strobing or contouring. So what we're really going to be doing today is highlighting different features of her face and really bringing out shine lights in her beautiful hair color that she's already wearing right now. As you can see, she's a beautiful redhead. This is my amazing, beautiful model, May. When May came in today, she had some pretty interesting hair, to say the least. She had some nice regrowth, about 3.5 inches. Right? And on her end, she had some older red color, about a level 6 copper. And on her regrowth, her natural level is about a 7, a really cool 7, with about 20% gray-white hairs, right? So like I said, Kenny Collins here, coming at you live and local, talking about fantastic Kadus Professional. And if you guys aren't really familiar with Kadus, let me just tell you a little bit about it, because I truly feel like Kadus was built for me as an independent hairdresser. Kadus Professional is a compact color line with 26 demi-permanent shades and 48 permanent shades. And not only do we have an amazing blonding powder, but we now have an amazing balayage powder lightener using kaolin porcelain as a technology in there. And I'm super excited to be using that today. So today we're going to be using, once again, our Kadus Professional Blondes Unlimited balayage powder and our sweet packaging here. So it's a really, really cool balayage powder. Like I said, it's made with kaolin porcelain, so there's no need for any barriers such as foil or cellophane or even cotton. And so me and my good friend John Carlos worked on this beautiful model this morning. We started off by using our Kadus Professional blonding powder and 6-volume developer. And we mixed that at a 1 to 4 mixing ratio. So that means 1 part of our blonding powder to 4 parts of our 6-volume developer. And that's our ultra soft bleach formula. And so we simply just put it from the line of demarcation all the way through her ends. And we let that process for about 25 minutes. And with that one, you really don't have a processing time. You really want to watch it with your eye, right? So that means staying with your client the whole time, keeping a nice visual on your client, and really just watch that color lift out of the hair. So after we did that, we did a really basic shampoo using our Color Vibrancy shampoo, and then we left her in the bowl for about 5 minutes with our post-color treatment on, and then dried her, and then we get to talk about this beautiful vibrant red here. So let's talk formula. We started off at our base color with equal parts 7cc, which is our level 7 intense copper, and equal parts 6CV, which is our level 6 copper violet, and we actually added in some copper red mixed tone. 20 volume at her regrowth, left that on for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we ran it through her ends. Same exact formula, 6CV and 7cc with our CR mixed tone, equal parts 20 volume developer. We left this on for 40 minutes to really make sure that we let those Vitaflexion microspheres do their thing. And you guys are probably thinking, Kenny, what does Vitaflexion microspheres mean? Well, I'm going to tell you. That is our main ingredient. That's our big technology in Kadus Professional. That's what gives us all this beautiful shine, richness, depth, and beautiful hair color. So what our Vitaflexion microspheres are, those are our tiny, tiny color molecules, right? And to give you a fun analogy, I have some props. So as you can see in this nice face, we have marbles. Think of these as most other color molecules, right? And then to our left, or my left anyways, you have sand. And these are Vitaflexion microspheres. So essentially what that means is Vitaflexion microspheres are much smaller than the average color molecule, which means every time I put that on my client's head, I get 500 trillion Vitaflexion microspheres penetrating each and every hair strand. So that means Beautiful, beautiful, rich color result. Now, I think I've stammered and sweated enough, and I haven't even started doing hair. So let's get my beautiful model sectioned off here. In the back of her hair, I'm going to show some really classic balayage techniques. Start off with a nice section here, like a very soft chevron. And when I start most of my balayage applications, I like to start off right above the occipital bone. Look at that beautiful, vibrant color. And hey, you guys, this is a completely interactive Facebook Live. So if you have any questions, send them. And I'd love to answer them. Hardest? Yes.
Why don't you tell us again what that formula is on that beautiful
redhead? I'd be happy to. So her formula is actually the same from her roots to her ends. And that is equal parts level 6 copper violet and level 7 copper copper, or intense copper, with about 1.5 inches of our CR mixed tone, which is our copper red mixed tone. And we mix that with our 20 volume developer. It's beautiful, right? Yeah, cool. All right, so I have my trusty Kadus Professional paddle and my Blondes Unlimited Balayage Lightener. Now, usually, I don't use a lot of 40 volume, but when I'm doing balayage, I love to say that 40 volume is your friend. So don't be afraid to use that 40 volume while doing balayage. All right. So as you can see, I have a nice controlled bead on my brush. A clean brush means a clean application.
So Kenny, while you do the balayage, Derek would like to know what you recommend for users to wash their hair with every day to maintain this beautiful color.
Derek, that's a fantastic question, and thank you for answering. You want to know what shampoo and conditioner I recommend for color clients? All Day Long Color Vibrancy by Kadus Professional. And most importantly, for the hairstylist in the salon, after every single color application and after every single lightening application, it's important that we use our post-color treatment for at least 5 minutes on our clients. Because what that does is that closes down or lowers the pH balance and really closes down that cuticular layer and locks in those vitaflexion microspheres to give you longer lasting, vibrant color. Thanks for the question, Derek. I hope that helps. So as you can see, I'm going in doing what we call double points, and that pretty much is a long V. And one of the things I love about balayage is the naturalness of it, right? How it just flows. Everything gets lighter towards the end, just like the sun would do. And if you're just joining us, I'd like to welcome you. This is Kadus Professional American Salon Takeover. We're taking over American Salon's Facebook account. We're going live and local and direct from me to you. Having some fun here with my beautiful redhead model, May. You know, I always say, not everybody is a red, but you can always tell that redhead. Not everybody in the room is going to be a redhead, but the redheads in that room stand out. And I really feel like for every color line, the red shades are the standard. If the red shade works in that color line, you're really going to have full confidence in the rest of the line. And I think you would all agree. Everybody in the room certainly agrees. And once again, her base color here is our permanent 7cc, which is a level 7 intense copper, with a level 6 copper violet. I really do love those combos because that copper is going to give you that really warm, vibrant shine, and that violet is really there to give you that depth and to control that warmth. Because to have a true redhead, you need a little violet in there to control some of that yellow. So I think they're the perfect combo.
Kenny,
And
sorry, Kenny.
go ahead.
Actually, somebody by the name of Kim Snyders would like to know what the starting level on May's hair was.
Ooh, that's a great question. And we always say, if we're just talking formula, we're just effing around. So that's a really great question. Starting level's important, and I know you just started me on a tangent, but it's true. It's really a pain in my butt when people ask, well, tell me about the level. Well, I'm like, well, tell me about the starting point. Tell me about the texture. Tell me about the porosity, right? So May's starting point, her natural level when she came in, was a level 7, a cool level 7. So really, really cool. And she had about 20% gray-white hair, which I absolutely loved and just utilized that in my red formula. Meaning it wasn't enough for me to worry about it to where I had to put some neutral into my formula, if that makes sense. So she started off with a level 7, cool level 7 with about 20% gray-white hair, or as we call them in the salon, natural platinum. And if you make a circle like that with your fingers and you put it on a part or anywhere on the head and you can count the number of gray-white hairs, to me, you don't have to add neutral to your formula. If you can't count all the little white hairs you see in that circle, that means they're more than 25% gray-white and you need to formulate for that. And like I was saying earlier, Kadus is a really intuitive hair color. We truly like to work smarter and not harder, although sometimes, I like to do the opposite. And what I mean by working smarter, not harder, is if you have 25% gray-white hair, you have to add 25% of a neutral into your formula. And if you have 50% gray-white hair, you have to add 50% of a neutral to your formula. So that's 50% of a neutral shade with 50% of your desired shade to give you that beautiful gray-white coverage that we really expect in the salon. And another great feature that Kadus Professional offers is on average hair, meaning average texture, meaning their hair isn't like this thickness of a straw. You really can achieve 100% gray-white coverage in 30 minutes. And, as we all know, the biggest thing we're selling in the salon is time. So, a 30-minute express gray-white coverage color at lunch, is really impactful on your clients and on your pocketbook. And if you're wondering, Kenny, where can I get this Kadus Professional? You can get it at Cosmoprof and at Salon Centric, and also at mywellastore.com. And if you tell them Kenny sent you, it's not going to matter. So it's up to you if you want to do that. It'd be cool, though. So once again, in the back, I'm doing a really classic balayage technique. And after she's done processing, me and my good man John Carlos over here, we're going to go in and tone her using a few different tones. And then as I work my way up to the front, I'll be showing you more of a strobing technique. So classically, balayage goes vertically from up to down, right? But with strobing, we pretty much are doing balayage going left to right, right to left, and diagonal, and in each way. So it's really, really, really even more of a freehand painting technique. We don't have to color inside the lines. What we're really trying to do is emulate like a shine line. Is everybody familiar with ring lights? Don't you love those things? They make selfies beautiful and make all your clients look perfect in the salon. So with a ring light situation, you will get like a shine line there. You see that? And so what we're really going to do is we're going to bring that out even more using our Blondes Unlimited. So instead of just balayaging up or from top to bottom, we're going to be going from left to right. And in our new hyper-personalization trend that our strobing techniques live in, there's a lot of that. And so for me, I wanted to do like a mix between our contrast strobing and our expressive strobing. And if you're wondering, or if you want more information on that, reach into your pocket, or actually you're probably holding your phone right now watching this. After we're done, go onto your app store and download Kadus Professional app. It's completely free, and there's about $1 million worth of information in there. I absolutely love it. I've been in this hair game for longer than I like to admit, and I have bookshelves full of literature. And with this app, I could throw a lot of those books away because all that information is in my phone. It's literally in my pocket and at my fingertips. So now what I'm going to be doing is a form of baby lights meets balayage meets strobing meets Kenny. It's like an awesome 80s movie. Yes?
Someone would like to know, how do you choose the best reds for your client? How do you know what to choose?
That's a great question. Well, and that goes back to our trend direction, which is called hyper-personalization. It's all about that client segmentation. Who is your client? What does she like? What does she do? What color is her skin tone? Is it cool or is it warm? Look at her eyes. Does she have cool eyes or does she have warm eyes? In my case, I have green eyes, which most people don't agree with, but I just think that's on them. Most people think I have like hazel eyes or something, but they're pretty green in the right light. But in my beautiful client's case, her eyes are really icy, and her skin is really icy. So I went with the color formula of cool skin, cool eyes meets warm red. And that's a really great combo. So once again, client segmentation is huge. Is she more of a ginger red, or does she want to be more of a fire engine red? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly hold this section towards me, away from her face, and go in with almost a dry brush. Yes. Not only do I love doing balayage, I love to watch balayage being done. It's so satisfying. It's like watching a good haircut, you know? And so for all of you that are tuning in to this Kadus Professional American Salon Takeover, I thank you. You know, and we're really lucky to live in this age that we are, to where we can reach into our pocket and get free education, right? Yeah. Do I? All right. So as you can see, I took a section and I did my baby lights, or my baby weaving, and then did our strobing technique. So it's a blend of balayage meets baby lights meets strobing. And what you're going to get is a really beautiful, soft, and expressive shine light.
Kenny.
Oh, I think we got another caller. Line 1.
Talk to us about Blondes Unlimited. Tell us a little bit more about the benefits of that.
Oh, that's a great question. Blondes Unlimited, what's that about? Well, it's a clay-based balayage lightener. And the technology in it is actually kaolin porcelain. And that's a Chinese clay that's been used since, the beginning of time to produce all those amazing clay pots and whatnot. And so what that technology does in this lightener, is it forms a crust on the outside of the lightener. So it really forms a barrier, which prevents bruising, bleeding, and slipping of the hair color. So what you have is a really contained effect going on. It crusts on the outside while staying moist on the inside and working. It's just a really great way to free ourselves from foils, cellophanes, and cotton in the salon. And it really does give you that sun-kissed look. And with our Blondes Unlimited, we actually have a dedicated developer of a 20 volume, 30 volume, and a 40 volume. I love the 20 volume to give me about a level or two of lift, and in just like the most subtlest of balayage pieces, like, were you on holiday too long, or what's going on with your hair? You look fresh, right? And then, but for me in the salon, I probably use 40 the most. Like I said, when it comes to balayage, 40 volume is your friend. And remember, you guys, Kadus Professionals has amazing content on our Instagram page at Kadus Pro USA. Kadus Pro USA. And if you tag us or you hashtag us on some of the work you do in the salon using Kadus Professional, you might get an awesome shout out on our page. So remember to share your red looks with us on Instagram, on our Instagram page, and hashtag Red's Torture Test. Hashtag Red's Torture Test on your posts. I'm going to save this piece for the end, and I'm going to work onto my other side. The hashtag Red's Torture Test is a pretty funny story. And you can see a lot of that story on our Instagram page and our Facebook page. But so what we did was, you're probably thinking, what is a torture test? And it's everything it sounds like, except painless, essentially. So what we did was we had a model come in at 8 a.m. one morning, and I put 7 cc with 20 volume from her roots to her ends, shampooed her, conditioned her, and then we styled her and we took a picture of her. And that color was fire. It was amazing. It was beautiful, and it was vibrant, and it was shiny. What we then did, well, what I did, actually, shampooed her 30 different times and blew her dry 30 different times. And then after those 30 different shampoo, conditioners, and blow dries, we took another picture of her, and we compared the two. And the results really were stunning. There's very little fadage. The color was still vibrant. The tonality was still there. And she was still very much a happy redhead. And that's essentially the story of our Red's Torture Test. And yes, my back still hurts a little bit from all that shampooing. Luckily, I did have a little help from another one of our North American design team artists, Jessica Lopez. If you're watching, Jessica, what's up? Happy birthday. Jessica's creeping up to her 30s. We're waiting for you. All right. It's looking really, really cool. Working my way up the head shape. And like I said before, you guys, Kadus Professional is truly engineered for the independent hairdresser. And what that means is we like to create a community of hairdressers and really sharing our knowledge, different techniques. Our portfolio is really compact, but there's everything you need in that portfolio. And what I mean by that is our line is calibrated and it's intermixable, meaning you can intermix all of our permanent shades with themselves, and they're all calibrated. So if you're like me and are a booth renter and have a pretty small color cabinet in your salon, sometimes I like to buy, ooh, she almost sneezed, but she didn't. All neutral, like with my neutral, sometimes I like to buy all evens or odds, and they're calibrated so I can mix a 4 and a 6 to get a 5 if I need it. And one of my favorite features with our permanent line is called our permanent pastel toning. And what that means is I can mix a level 9 or 10 with double parts of our 6 volume, and that opens up a whole new world of toning possibilities for me. So my favorite toner right now is 10 VR with a little bit of VR mixed tone with double 6 volume developer. And that gives you such a beautiful pinky rosé. If you guys have any questions, ring our line. This is an interactive Facebook Live takeover on American Salon. Shout out to American Salon for letting us do this. We're having a blast. And I'm really thankful to be here showing you guys everything I love about Kadus Professional and Hair.
So
being creative and technical.
Thank you, Kenny. Can you tell us again what formula was used for this?
I sure can. So after we cleansed Miss May's canvas, we went in there and we used our level 6 copper violet and our level 7 intense copper, or 7cc, with about a gram or an inch of our copper red mixed tone and equal parts 20 volume developer from roots to ends for 40 minutes. And as I mentioned before, you can achieve 100% gray coverage in 30 minutes on average hair, and as like a standard, our color can process in 30 minutes. But I always say if you're going redder, blonder, covering up grays, or dealing with coarser hair, you might want to give it 5. So on average, 30 to 45 minutes in total, unless you're using our high lift blondes, which are amazing. I absolutely love our high lift blondes for those clients that are about a level 6 and above, and those guys can process for up to 60 minutes.
So Kenny,
yes,
people are asking about your strobing technique.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? You're leaving some breaks in between some of your freehand painting?
I am.
Talk to us about what you're doing.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm going in there and I'm using a technique that we call strobing. And we got this technique from looking at our makeup artist friends and watching them do contouring or strobing, highlighting areas and drawing attention to certain areas of their look. So we really took that and implemented it into our hair coloring technique. Because sometimes redheads or clients in the salon want to spice things up a bit, right? So instead of doing balayage just from top to bottom, we can now do it sideways and diagonally.
What's the benefit of that?
Highlighting, say for example, your client has a really strong cheekbone and you really want to shed some light on that, you can do a nice strobing application right at her cheekbone, and that will just really, like I said, shine light on that area. And not only that, but in today's world, personalization is key. Everybody wants to be different, which is good, and have things personalized. You can even personalize Vans shoes. You can go online and get your tennis shoes personalized. Why shouldn't our clients be coming into the salon to get personalized hair color? So this is just a fantastic, beautiful, and really, honestly, you guys, easy way to personalize your hair color for your clients. And it's a good way to offer change to your hair color clients. I always tell fellow stylists to change your clients. Be seasonal. Go richer and warmer and darker in the summertime and in the fall, and brighten things up in the summertime. If you're doing the same thing in the salon, a lot of times when your clients are ready for change, sometimes it's a change of hairdresser. So mix things up. I always like to have my clients heading towards a goal. Do you want your hair to be long? Have you had long hair for a long time? Let's slowly go shorter. Things like that. Keeping your clients fresh and always changing. Once again, you guys, the proof is in the pudding. I've been talking and sweating, and I'm still getting this done in about 25 minutes. So when you're concentrated and focused and kicking butt in the salon, you can achieve this technique in no time. I'm going to bring this guy all the way to the end. Voila. Yep. And if you're wondering how you can see the final look, we'll be uploading this look when we're all done later today. And I believe that's going to be on the Kadus Professional page, the American Salon page, definitely be on my page at Kenstagrams on Instagram. That's KENSTAGRAMS, if you're wondering. Now, look at that beautiful shine line. Now, that's just from the light, but I want to make sure that that stays with her everywhere she goes. If you guys are wondering about this silky smooth blow dry, talk to my man, John Carlos. He did that. Good work, John. All right.
So tell us again, Kenny, what is that formula you're using?
So this formula, her base color, this beautiful red, this mermaid red or this Jessica Rabbit red, is brought to you by Kadus Professionals. 6 copper violet and 7 level 7 intense copper, with about an inch or a gram of our copper red mixed tone. And we let her process for about 40 minutes. If you guys are just tuning in, we're coming to the end of our Kadus Professional American Salon Takeover, where we've taken over American Salon's Facebook page and are demonstrating an amazing strobing technique from our hyper-personalization trend for 2017. My name is Kenneth Collins, and it's been so fun doing this and talking about Kadus Professional, a hair color line that was engineered to be intuitive, reliable, and accessible. And if you have more questions about Kadus Professional, make sure to hit up our Instagram, which is Kadus Pro USA. And also, when you're done watching this, download our app, our free app, Kadus Professional app, where you can find education videos, you can find our technical guide, you can find how-tos on color correction, how to lighten up your client's hair, how to darken it, anywhere from business tips to balayage tips on our app. It's absolutely amazing, and I really, really, really encourage everybody to utilize it. When I am at the gym, which is very seldom, and I'm on my cardio machine, I love to open up my phone and watch a video on either hair cutting or coloring, or even watching business education tips by Caroline Kim. And Kadus Professional is a really, really easy way to do that, the Kadus Professional app. We really, really are living in a fun age where we can reach into our pocket and get free education. And stay connected. If you're ever in the salon during business hours and you have a question about Kadus Professional, there's an Ask the Experts box in there where you can text an expert a question if you're in a pinch. I really think that's a great feature.
Kenny, as you're finishing up,
yes.
Are you going to be toning this look?
Oh, you bet. You bet, caller. We're going to be using a couple different shades to tone with. I want to use a 8CG to really give her a nice light copper gold. And then I'm also going to be using a 7CG and a 10VR, which is our level 10 violet red, to give her a really like pumpkin rosé tone. Just something to brighten up these shine lines and make, with the shine lines, I like to call it the double take technique, because you're really going to have people around you or people that you're passing do a double take on your hair. You can coin that too, or you can quote me on that. I always think it's a great idea to give a name to something you're doing in the salon that your clients can talk about and get excited about, like strobing. What is strobing? And I'm like, well, sit down, I'll tell you all about it, and I'll do it for you. And this is, once again, you guys, this really is a great way to do an upsell service or an add-on service to your basic hair color in the salon. It doesn't take much time at all, and it can add an extra however many dollars to your ticket. And then this piece up here, I'm going to let just fall over. So that's going to be kind of a veil. And then, so we're going to let her process for up to 50 minutes, right? So this clay lightener is starting to dry up, and it's going to form that beautiful crust on the outside while still staying nice and moist on the inside and working. My beautiful client May here, she's going to, like I said, when we're all done with her, we're going to be posting her picture everywhere, so stay tuned to that. And share your red looks on our Instagram page, #Red's Torture Test, and if it's really awesome, we'll definitely be reposting. And remember, you guys, you can buy Kadus at Cosmoprof and SalonCentric and mywellastore.com. My name is Kenneth Collins, and it's been a true pleasure to be here with you. I'd like to thank my model, May, for being beautiful and letting us do this amazing Jessica Rabbit red with these awesome strobing techniques, these double take strobing techniques. And just to share a little bit more, this is one of our awesome swatch books with a ton of great information in these books on mixing, our North American toning, or North American numbering system, which means we go from a number 2 to a number 10, 2 being black, 10 being blonde, and it breaks down all of our letters from natural to pearl. So this is another great feature that Kadus Professional offers. Remember, everybody, #KadusPro. So in about 50 minutes, we're going to rinse her with our Color Vibrancy shampoo, and then we're going to leave our post-color treatment on for 5 to 10 minutes to close down that cuticular layer and balance out her pH levels. Then we're going to tone her, style her, and take some awesome pictures. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Cheers, everybody.